On tonight's episode, we review The Old Guard.
Yeah, the new Netflix original with Charlize Theron, based on a comic book.
Yes. And a whole bunch of other pop culture news and rumors and stuff like that.
Yes, what's going on in the pop culture world?
All right.
Okay, The Guard.
Yeah.
Netflix original with Charlize Theron, based on a Greg Rucka comic book. And it's good.
I really enjoyed it.
It's really good.
I really enjoyed it.
Charlize is proving, again, to be a powerful female lead on action movies.
Yeah, she looks so natural, like doing the choreography, the stunts, the fights. She's very good at it. That's not a terribly insightful review. It's just a statement of fact. She's good at this, and I'd like to see more. This movie was definitely setting up for a franchise.
Hopefully, it was
crossed.
good. And there's been no comic books, and if you know a little bit about comic books, they start and never end.
I think the story could also work really well as like a series, like a TV show.
Yeah,
but
I guess
however they give it to us, I just want to see more.
So first of all, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And so the movie, as the book, tells the story of immortal soldiers.
So it seems we learn a lot in the movie about kind of how one of these immortals comes to be. They just at one point will get injured, and then instead of dying, they heal. And they're connected by some kind of dream thing. But anyway, this group, led by Charlize Theron, who at the point of this movie is the oldest of them, just go around there trying to save the world and do good without getting caught or discovered or found out to be who they are.
Yeah, the movie uses elements that comic books do and some movies do. It has Highlander vibes and uses elements on the story. It starts in the middle, It's like these guys are immortal, but we don't go back to the beginning right away. We start in the middle. What are they talking about? They can be together at the same time again, because why, So later they go back, just like Highlander, they go back and we see a little bit of their beginnings, their origins. Yeah. And they use that really well.
They do. They give you just enough to kind of understand what's going on and like what their abilities are and how this works without it being like another origin movie. Like it doesn't ever get in the way of telling the story, which is good because these guys, because they're immortal, their ages, some of them are separated in age by like thousands of years. Like it would take forever to do an origin story for all of them. But instead, another device they use is, so we've got our established group of immortals, and then a few scenes in, they all wake up from this like horrific dream because a new immortal has just, I don't know, risen, because a new immortal has just risen. So we get to see, even though we don't see their individual origin stories, we kind of get to see how this happens and how this starts through somebody else coming up then. So I thought that was smart.
Yeah.
Cool and all that. Yeah. I don't know, what else do you want to say about it? It's a good...
It's fun, it's action-packed, great cast.
Dudley Dursley is our antagonist.
Who?
Dudley Dursley.
Who's Dursley?
It's not the actor's name,
right,
but remember like the fat, snot-nosed little teenager from Harry Potter? He grew up.
He looks nothing like
the
kid
not fat anymore, but still turns in a fantastic, horrible, disgusting villain performance.
Yeah. Didn't he redeem himself in Harry Potter at the end? No.
The character does, yeah. Harry comes to terms.
In the book too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They all kind of come to terms. They're never like close buddy, but they do kind of work things out. And
have you heard that theory that fanfic made up story that Harry is actually demented psychopath. He's in a he's in this Arkham kind of hospital, and Snape is a doctor, and Hagrid, whatever his name is,
Hagrid
is a custodian that is the only person friendly to him, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that.
It's so in his head.
Mm.
Anyways, back to the old guard.
Yeah.
As a comic, there's more in the middle that I want to talk about it. Let's go to the end.
No, I don't want to give away too much. And besides, a lot of the plot is relying on, I mean, we can't really describe action scenes, just that they look cool and there's bad guys and good guys and fighting. Most of this is happening in the Middle East.
But, yeah, wrapping it up about it, as comic books, this story, as I said, it starts and never ends. So there's a little bit of a cliffhanger scene at the end that is like, okay, we I guess we kind of know what's going on, what's gonna happen in the next one. So hopefully Netflix will work on a new one soon. And as the previous comic book based Netflix movies proved, we saw the Extraction with
Chris
Hemsworth. They're already working on a sequel, so hopefully they're gonna work on a sequel for this one too.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Right on. There's so much room. There's so many stories to explore. I think it's one of the clever things about this immortal thing. Like Charlize Theron, her character is actually, her name is Andromeda the Scythian. So she's actually, she goes back to, ancient Greek times. There's other guys who met during the Crusades. There's someone who died, I think, in the War of 1812. So, there's so much potential, not just for their stories now, but, what they've done in the past and all that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a rich
That's a great device for telling stories, and that's how comic books work. You create a great character, great device, and you explore. Yeah.
Yeah, there's room
if anything, forever.
I wouldn't be mad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what the big one we saw on Netflix. The Old Guard is there for you to watch. Go. It's
Yeah, it's worth it. It's fun. Yeah. It's good. All right. There is a lot going on in terms of rumors, trailers, announcements, etc. for TV coming up.
Yeah. So, DC Comics gonna have this thing called the fandom, DC fandom, and it's a sort of a con kind of thing. 3 days online, global, and they're gonna release news of everything they see, movies, TV, video games, books, etc., etc. And they said they have big, amazing news. Well, they just announced this week. And they said there's not even part of the big news yet. HBO is going to do a show based on the Matt Reeves Batman that is being produced with Robert Pattinson. They're going to do a spin-off show for HBO based on that universe and based on the comic book called Gotham PD, the Will Eisner awarded comic book.
Oh.
So Gotham PD is coming to HBO Max, and that's a big one. That's a great news, and it's not even the big ones that are coming to DC fandom. So yeah, you just wait because we're gonna have some big news. But Gotham PD, that's gonna show the internal, the mysteries, the background, the inside of Gotham Police Department on its corruption and on its, lone heroes that's trying to do good where everything goes bad.
Do we have a setting for this, time-wise?
What do you mean?
Well, this is already reminding me of the Fox show Gotham. Which is that right with the young Bruce Wayne and the beginnings of Gordon's career.
Yeah. No, this is around the same time Batman is Batman. Okay. It's based on the comic book Gotham PD.
I haven't read that.
But
so
so it's around that time. I mean, I don't know. They might change it since it's gonna be a spin-off for the movie. I don't know how the movie. Maybe the movie's gonna be Origins again, but maybe it doesn't have to. So how long Batman is Batman? So who knows? Maybe it's gonna be before the movie. Maybe it's gonna be parallel to the movie. Maybe it's gonna be a little bit after. So it's hard to tell, even based on a book.
Those really are the three options.
What?
Before, during, or after.
I guess
that covers all of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be. Yeah.
So it'll be one of those. For sure, it'll be before, during, or after Matt Reeves Pat film.
What I'm saying is...
we can be conclusive about that.
We don't know. It depends on the movie. Because if the movie is a Batman in his beginnings, the show might be after. If they're following the books, Heaps Leaders. If, who knows? There's no details, but it's an exciting news about Gotham PD. A lot of people are comparing to Gotham, Fox's Gotham.
Which was a great show.
It was. Some people say, I guess they're going to do Gotham right. It's like, no, there's nothing to do right. Gotham was good.
The first time,
Haters.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
But I feel like Gotham plus HBO, this is going to be dark and swear word heavy. And
yeah. We're probably going to see aspects of Gotham that we've never seen in the movies. Violence, sex, and what else? Dark humor. Drugs. And... Yeah.
The seedy
criminals,
underbelly.
Like Zaz. Zaz was never portrayed really well in the shows. He's like... He has tattoos for each tattoo. He tattoos cuts. He cuts himself. So he has for each cut is a person that he killed. So he's completely filled with cuts.
You can see why they would stay away from that on network television, but that's got HBO written all over it.
But they did have Zaz on that. They did have Zaz on Birds of Prey and other.
That's right.
Filmic televisionic adaptations, but nothing like crazy serial killer like in the books.
Interesting. All right.
But Gotham PD is coming to HBO Max soon.
Cool. So we'll watch out for that. How about Lucifer?
Lucifer is coming back to Netflix. We talked about how it was renewed for 6th season, even though it was already renewed for 5th season. And this week they released the trailer for the 5th season. And Lucifer is back.
Or is he? Yeah, the trailer looked good. Honestly, at the beginning of the trailer, I was like, they're recycling it because it's the whole, I'm bored. I thought I'd pop up to LA. What do you desire? Yeah. But then we find out in the trailer, it's not Lucifer. It's Michael.
It's
twin brother.
Twin brother. It is a twin
brother. Lucifer has an evil twin.
And his name Michael might be a reference to Michael the Archangel.
I think it is.
So we know that Lucifer fell from heaven, and but as far as we know, Michael stood up with God and he became his general and yada yada yada. Maybe in this version, Michael falls too. I mean, Lucifer's mother, Yeah.
I don't know about the alternate theology or anything, but it looks like we get the whole cast of characters back. The detective, who has a name, but who cares? The detective, the brother, the therapist, his angel brother.
Azazel.
Yeah.
Abimael. Something Zal. Yeah. Mazikeen, the doctor.
Yeah, Maz is back. The therapist.
Douche.
Chloe. Yes.
Detective Douche.
The way he says douche is just...
Yeah, Lucifer's a great show. And
it is.
Netflix is coming by the end of... Is it end of July or end of August? I think it's August. Yeah, it's somewhere at the end of August. Yeah, Lucifer season 5 on Netflix.
So all 4 seasons are up now. So you have plenty of time to binge watch them.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable way to pass.
It's fun. It's surprisingly fun.
It is. Yeah, I was reluctant to watch it because, Lucifer and all that. I was like, ah. But it's fun, it's funny, it's very thoughtful too. Like, really gets you thinking. It's Neil Gaiman. There you go. Anyway, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Yep. What else are we getting more of?
Let's talk about 30 Rock. NBC did this special for 30 Rock. It was called 30 Rock One.
A one-time special.
And it mixed like 30 Rock reunion. I mean, it was a reunion. Yeah. So 30 Rock reunion. NBC showing their new shows, promoting their new shows, promoting their new streaming service, the Peacock.
Yeah.
Which, good news, is free. There's like different tiers. In the first tiers is free. I assume with ads.
Yeah. Seems like Hulu back in the good old days.
Hulu back in the day, yeah. And until finally Hulu decided, it's like, hey guys, we're gonna need some money to pay the bills, and they start charging with ads and without ads. But
devastating.
Yeah. So they mixed that. So it was fun. I thought it was a little bit too long because they took the whole hour, and not only the 45 minutes show, but the ads they also used.
It was all incorporated. Yeah.
But it was great to see those characters back again.
So they did a nice job, like, following up with where those characters would be at this point.
I felt that was, for me, it was a little bit better than what they did to Parks and Recreation. I don't know.
It was better executed.
I can't point it out. But I guess it's because it was like they were like, I don't know, because in the beginning they had a scene outside with Liz Lemon interacting with unmasked man, and then the show sticks to video conversations, right? To Zoom conversations, which Parks did the same too, but I don't know, on this one maybe it was better written. I don't know.
It's hard to say. I think they had a little more production value too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but it seemed like it was a little more polished. Maybe it's because NBC was using it to promote Peacock.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was better written. Either way.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe simple things like the back of Jack Donaghy, Alec Baldwin's character. You see pictures like Gaddafi and the Pope and North Korea King
You have to look. They put a lot of thought into like the sets and the backgrounds.
And
Liz Lemon's wedding photo.
Yes.
She's wearing the Princess Leia dress with the cinnamon rolls.
Gina Moroni has pictures of her everywhere. Tracy moved to Canada. I don't know. I think maybe that was it. It was better written. When the Parks, for some moments, felt like a PSA for coronavirus. I don't know. And this one was not even there much.
Not really.
Yeah.
Although maybe too, it's I think you're right. It's probably much better written, but it's also the timing. Like with the Parks one, it was all still pretty new and weird. And by now, like, this is just who we are.
Yeah.
Now.
But yeah, for this one, they bluntly used to promote the NBC, Universal, Peacock shows and all their affiliates and sports and Spanish and news, everything they have. And they had guests. They had Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. They have Al Rooker and Gwen Stefani and a lot of people from the cast of NBC.
Yeah, many more. Yeah, pretty much pick an NBC show they had. Yeah. They had somebody there. Some of it promoting.
Andy Samberg.
Yes. Ah, that man's so funny.
And we see they have like little teases, like very very simple teases for some new shows, like including Kenan Thompson's Kenan.
Yeah.
That's
aptly
the
named.
Show.
Eponymous.
What was the other one?
The first one that got me excited was Debris. Yeah, which is like a sci-fi. It's from one of the Fringe producers, and not J.J. Abrams. I feel like if it was him, they would have said J.J. Abrams.
But again, the other ones are not small people. Why they don't mention the name is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Either way, the show looks really interesting.
Orsi, it's like Ricardo Orsi, is it that?
Mm-hmm.
He produces movies and stuff. I don't know why they didn't mention the name. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Either way, it has that same vibe, like weird, like mind-bending sci-fi, but also like really heartwarming family stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Very, very weird.
Yeah. It looks good. I'm excited about Debris.
Yeah. Apparently stuff fall from the sky and weird things start happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully that does better than like Heroes, which had that one great season and then just.
As I mentioned, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson was present as well, so he talked a little bit about his new show, The Young Rock, biographical, memorialistic retell of the stories of when he was a kid.
Yeah.
It's not clear when it starts and when it ends, because you talk about when he was a little kid, and then he talks about the 90s and in college, and I guess the goal is to go from when he is a little kid to when he is a young adult.
That's what it seems like, because at one point they flashed up like different decades, about like 1970s, 90s, whatever. So.
But it's a tough goal to do, broadcast TV, especially competing with streaming.
Yeah.
All the shows tried before. Like I think one of the years did good, did like some 5, 6, I can't remember, but did some many seasons. Chris Rock tried with his Everybody Hates Chris, and he couldn't move beyond high school. There's a moment in his life and in the show that he drops out of high school, and the last season of the show ends there. So after that we would see what he did and how he became a comedy star, and I mean before he was a star, comedy stand-up comedian, but the show ended right when he dropped, and so it never moved beyond that. So to go from young kid to adult,
transition to adulthood.
Can you think of a show that was able to do that?
Not following the one character, because usually you stick with like there's like a family.
Yeah.
And maybe some of the characters like.
But even like Tim Allen on what's it called, the show, the Tim
Last
Allen?
Man Standing.
No, the
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement. They were little boys.
Yeah.
But it's around the time they go to college. But I guess there was a lot of seasons.
But no, any show I can think of where there's a kid who goes on to college and the show continues, it's because the focus of the show is the family.
That's true.
And so, like, the kid goes on, but the show stays here, and then every now and then the kid comes back.
That's true. In the good shows, the kid leaves. Sometimes gets his own show, and they do something bad. Most of the times, like Modern Family, they kept coming back. They never went to college. They never graduated. Like one gave up, one was kicked out, the other one was never accepted. Yeah, I don't know. I guess
the Cosby Show, there was one at the beginning of it. There was the oldest daughter was at college already at the beginning, and then she ended up coming back like when she got married, and then they had the added dynamic of like the parents kind of helping her out with her new family.
Yeah.
And then the second daughter went off to college.
She got her own show, didn't she?
I don't think so.
I think she did. You should check on that.
But she wasn't at school far enough away that like, you know, they would have phone calls with her. She would come back to visit, but yeah. Anyway, it's a tricky transition going from.
Yeah, and the stuff is, I would assume it's complicated, bureaucratically speaking, to have someone that has to come back, you know, from time to time.
Sure.
Every Christmas, how you write a contract for? Hey, you have to come back for Christmas. I don't know, but yeah, But I think she had a show. I might be wrong. Talking about being wrong, last week we talked about Greyhound with Tom Hanks on Amazon Prime, and it's not on Amazon Prime. It's on Apple Plus. So yeah, sorry for that. But if you're looking for the movie on Amazon Prime, stop. Go to Apple Plus. Okay. What else?
Let's see. Star Wars has some fun stuff going on. was Clone Wars. It looks like that last season that they just did of Clone Wars was actually a pilot / teaser / whatever for a show about the Bad Batch.
At least for the Bad Batch, for sure, it was a back door pilot, and it worked. They officially announced the Bad Batch show coming up to Disney Plus next year.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah,
it could be interesting.
Think it could be good, and apparently the show is gonna follow them, because they don't have the chips, that controls the clones. So Order 66 doesn't do anything to them. So they're gonna follow them when Hell's break loose in Order 66, and it's like, what are we gonna do? It's like, there's no war on this thing, so you're gonna follow them through galaxy, trying to survive and trying to hide or whatever they're gonna do. Maybe help some Jedi. Who knows?
Okay, cool.
About Star Wars too, there's rumors that Hayden Christensen might finally be back. I mean, again, he wasn't the Rise of the Skywalker, but they might finally be back to the Star Wars universe for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
Oh.
Yeah, so how that's gonna be? He's gonna simply put the Darth Vader suit on. They're gonna film flashbacks.
Yeah, flashbacks would be the obvious.
That would be cool.
Answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What else?
Cool. All right. This kid Bridger. What is he? Is he 9?
No, he's not that old.
No, he's not even that old.
6? I want to say 6.
Very young kid. Bridger was out playing with his little sister, and a German Shepherd tried to attack her.
Yeah, like really. 2, 3, really young.
Really young.
Yeah.
And this kid blows my mind. He got between his sister and the German Shepherd, and this dog just like mauled his face. But the kid stayed there and protected his sister, and then grabbed her and ran away. So, he's obviously, this is going all over.
Oh yeah.
All over social media.
He's a hero.
His story. Yeah, he is. Like, what a sweet, good, brave little boy. So he's gotten all kinds of love and attention and admiration from all kinds of people, including Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America himself called him and expressed love and appreciation for him, and thanked him and called him a hero, and told him that he's gonna get his own Captain America original shield.
Yeah, he said it was authentic, so vibranium?
By authentic, some people saying it's like the replicas that are like on the market. Some people are saying that he's gonna give one of the used in the movie shields, but who knows? There's no details. You're gonna have to ask Chris Evans about that next time I see him.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah.
We see Chris.
Well, I mean, with the quarantine, it's tough
to
see people.
Yeah. Either way, Bridger's a hero, and he's gonna have the shield to match pretty soon. Also, Henry Cavill is building his own gaming PC.
Yeah, I saw that.
And for some reason, that's like big news, and everyone's excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not news that he's a gamer. We know about that, and he was caught building his own
gaming
PC. Yes, yeah.
It was tough, but we got there.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
So who knows, if you game, you might stumble by some H Cavill 38 playing. I was like, oh, that's a fun name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Superman himself. Yeah. One last one. John Hamm was announced in cast for the new Flash, for the remake, whatever Flash. So he was cast for the reboot of the 80s spy comedy movies that was starred by Chevy Chase. So yeah.
So there you go. He's a funny guy.
He proved himself to be funny. So great choice.
Okay. Yeah, we approve.
Yeah. I guess that's it for this week.
Stay safe. Mask up.
Yeah, see you next week for more news. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.